What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Okay, we're coming back to Linkin Park. Yes, indeed. Linkin Park fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. This is a request from Stephen Harlan and Jason Cart. And this is actually one of Jason Cart's 3 prioritized requests for the month of September for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So here you go, Jason. Hope you enjoy the show. And Steven, make sure you thank Jason because this was down about midway in the queue. It was like in the 500s, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere like in the 500 to 600 range. I think it was like 558 or something like that. So you jumped up to the top, so make sure you thank Jason for it. They both want to see me react to this song by Linkin Park called Crawling. Now, have I heard the song before? Yes, obviously I have. I was a big fan of their Hybrid Theory album. I was actually a big fan of Linkin Park back when they were called Hybrid Theory. I kind of lost touch with them. I kind of lost taste for them with the Meteora album. The Meteora album was okay, but I was just, it wasn't the same as Hybrid Theory. I was like, it lost some of its edge. So I kind of lost interest in them, if I'm being honest with you. I was like, it's okay. I mean, I've heard a lot of their stuff past, Hybrid Theory and past Meteora even. I've heard a lot of it being played on the radio, and it sounds good, but it just doesn't have the rawness and the energy that I feel like Hybrid Theory did. So, am I familiar with the song? Yes, I am familiar with the song. So, I will not be reacting to the song in any way, shape, or form. I know the song. I'm very familiar with the song. So, it wouldn't be honest of me to sit there and say, oh, I've never heard this before, when I have, okay? So, I'm being honest with you guys. Now, here's the thing. It's a live performance of the song. And apparently, it's a very special live performance because joining them on stage is Chris Cornell. So, how this is going to go, I don't know. I'm hoping that Chris Cornell does the harmonies that they did on the, what was the name of that album they did? The remix album. Reanimation. When they did it with the lead singer from Stained, Aaron Lewis. I'm pretty sure it was Aaron Lewis. They did harmonies, and I'll never forget the first time I heard that, because I had heard that song many times before, and I kept thinking to myself, this would do great with some harmonies on it, and I had the harmonies in my head, and then when the Reanimation album came out and they did this song with Aaron Lewis doing the harmonies, it was like almost exactly what I pictured in my head the harmonies would sound like. It was really cool, so I'm kind of hoping Chris does that here. Anyway, this was posted by Sunlips. Okay, Sunlips. All right, sure, why not? And the video has 10.8 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Linkin Park, Crawling, live with Chris Cornell. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Turn my mic up louder, I got to say something. Lightweight, step to the side when we coming. Feel it in your chest, the syllables get pumping. People on the street, they panic and start running. Words on loose leaf, sheet complete coming. I jump in my mind and summon the rhyme I'm dumping. Healing the blind and promise to let the sun in. Sick of the dark ways, we march to the drumming. Jump when they tell us that they want to see jumping. Fuck that, I want to see some fist pumping. Risk something, take back what's yours. Say something that you know they might attack you for. Cause I'm sick of being treated like I had before. Like it's stupid standing for what I'm standing for. Like this war's really just a different brand of war. Like it doesn't cater to rich and abandoned poor. Like they understand you in the back of the jet when you can't put gas in your tank. These fuckers are laughing the way to the bank, cashing a check, asking you to have compassion, have some respect for a leader so nervous in an obvious way, stuttering and mumbling for 90 usual play. The rest of the world watching at the end of the day in the living room laughing like, what did he say?
Back up a little bit. Great start. Great start. That instrumental, it felt like the Reanimation version with the strings all, sustained legato transitions from note to note, very smooth. And then he came out with these verses that really well delivered. Dynamic changes within the verse, starting out a little soft, getting a little more intense, coming up to an apex, and then bringing it back down again. Really nice job on the delivery from the vocalist right there. Really nice job. Let's keep going here. I've already got the harmonies in my head. I'm like, oh, I gotta play them. I want to sing them. I want to do something because it needs it. Oh, God. No, it sounds good without them. Don't get me wrong. The song, this was one of my favorite songs, actually, off the Hybrid Theory album. Very catchy, very hooky, very well-written song. And hearing it live, I don't think I've ever heard it live before. It sounds really good. The band's doing a fantastic job. I can hear everything. I can hear the bass coming through. It's not super clear like I like it to be, but I can hear it. I can hear it clear as a bell. The drumming is solid. Guitar players are doing what they gotta do. They're getting those harmonics on the intro leading into the chorus every time. Everything sounds really good. I'm digging this for sure. Let's keep going here.
There's comfort endlessly is going
I love how the guy with the pistol.
against my will, I stand beside my own reflection. It's hard how I can't seem to find myself again. My walls are closing in. There's just too much pressure to take. I've felt this way before. So insecure.
such an honor to be able to share the stage with him every night.
Cut. Well, there you go, folks. That was Linkin Park with Crawling, a live performance of Crawling with Chris Cornell. This was a request from Stephen Harlan and Jason Cart, and this is actually one of Jason Cart's 3 prioritized requests for the month of September for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, Jason. Hope you enjoyed the show, man. I had to cut the video. I had to stop. I was not ready for that. I was absolutely not ready for it. And thinking about it again, it's getting me worked up. So I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do my best to hold it together here while I give my score, and hopefully I can hold it together. We'll see. We'll see if I can hold it together or not. I'm gonna do my best to. If I don't, I apologize in advance. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I can hear it in my voice. My voice is already breaking. This is not gonna be good. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10. Remember, I'm not taking the song writing into account whatsoever. I am strictly basing the score on the live performance, the execution of the song, how it sounded live, the performance, the stage presence, all that. I'm taking all of that into account, okay? On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 9.2. Yep, 9.2. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Remember, I'm not taking the songwriting into account, okay? I'm not. The performance of the song was top-notch. It was top-notch. The intro alone was fascinating. I was not expecting that introduction. I was not expecting, verses to be spit by the vocalist. The name. Hold on. It's not Chester. It's Mike Shinoda, right? I think that's Mike Shinoda. I think I remember his name. Was not expecting that. It was very pleasant. It was a nice, pleasant surprise. Very well executed. I loved his dynamic control. It started out, he was very soft, right? And then dynamically he crescendoed all the way up to the apex. Boom. And then once he hit the apex, he decrescendoed back down again. Not quite as far down as he started, but he decrescendoed down quite a bit. So great dynamic control. The DJ came in, sampling pads, the do 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 dun 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 dun. Very well done. I think I heard one little flub in there. The second note he played, I think it was a flub, but it sounded good nonetheless. Guitar, bass, drums kick in. Very nice, very impactful. Great use of lighting, the floods in the back. Great use of floods. Chester's voice on this, man, holy smokes. Borderline angelic. That's the best way I could describe it. I mean, there was like no rasp. There was no grit, no nothing to it like there is on the album. It was just clean and clear. And another pleasant surprise. I was actually expecting a little bit of grit on the voice like there is on the album version. But in this case, it was clean, and it sounded really good. The first chorus came up, sounded really nice. I like how the camera panned to stage left, like they knew Chris was coming out. I have a feeling they were probably there the night before, and they knew he was coming. Came out to a great response. The crowd popped big time for him. It was nice to hear Chris getting the entire second verse to himself, kind of show off a little bit. That sounded fine. Everything sounded good. Now, here's where I'm going to have a problem speaking. I'm going to do my best to keep it together. Seeing the two of them come together. I got chills twice. Getting chills once, not a huge shock. But getting chills the second time, that hit. The harmonies that they did. I was really hoping for them. And I got them. But there's an old saying, be careful what you wish for, because you might get it. And I got exactly what I was hoping for. And then some. And the problem was, I was not ready for it emotionally. I was not. I'm still not. Starting to tear up again. Just thinking about it. It was, and I don't use this word very often, it was beautifully perfect. It really was. The harmonies were... The first line was a little off. Okay, if I'm being honest, the first line, you know, the crawling in my skin, the first one was a little bit off. Like they were trying to find each other. Once they found each other on these wounds, they will not heal. From there on out, their harmonies were locked in. And it was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. Those two voices blended so well together. Almost like one voice. Personally, like I heard the Reanimation version. I'm a big fan of that version. No disrespect to Aaron Lewis, none. But I believe Chris Cornell's voice sounded better than Aaron Lewis's on that. I do. I think his voice blended better with Chester's. Seeing the two of them together gave me chills the first time. And then at the end, when they embraced, that killed me. I don't mean to do PSA here. I don't mean to do a public service announcement, but I kind of feel like I have to. Because I know there's a lot of other musicians out there that struggle with depression. And I'm one of them. You know, to this day, I will always struggle with depression. I have it under control. But, you know, I have it under control without the use of medications. But for a while, I was on meds. When I was in high school and when I was in college, I was on meds. The whole purpose of meds is not to cure. And I need people to understand this. There is no cure for depression. There is none. If you got it, you got it. You have to learn how to live with it. And you got to learn how to control it. Meds are not a bad way to do it. What meds did for me is meds showed me how I'm supposed to feel and how to not feel depressed. It showed me what it feels like to not be depressed and not let it affect you and how to control it. Now, eventually, after a couple of years, I was able to come off the meds. And I haven't been on the meds since. And this was way back in, like I said, in college. I stopped taking the meds because I didn't need them anymore. I didn't need them. I knew what it felt like. I knew how it felt to deal with and live with depression and not let it affect me. To anybody out there, musician or not, who feels depressed, or even if you're not sure, please ask for help. You're not alone, okay? You're not. You'd be amazed how many people in this world are dealing with depression. And what's even scarier is there's an even higher number of people out there who are living with depression and don't realize it. It is a scary, scary number. But if you look at the world we live in right now, it's not surprising. So, you know, guys, you're not alone and you don't have to face it alone. There are support groups. there's medications, there's therapies, there's all these different things, all these different tools available at your disposal. You can take advantage of every single one of them if you want. Or you can curtail them to what works for you and what doesn't. It's up to you, but you have to be willing to first admit that you have it. Secondly, admit that you want to change. Third, you have to be willing to accept the help. That's probably the hardest step, is accepting help, because a lot of people, they get in their heads, well, it's my problem. It's my issue. It's what I have to deal with because it's my problem. It's not your problem, because you may not know it, but depression affects everybody, and your depression affects everybody. And if you don't want your family and your friends to be affected by your depression, don't hide it. Don't try to stuff it down. Get help. Okay? Please get help. And I'm sure if Chester and Chris were alive today, they would probably tell you the exact same thing. Okay? Seeing them together, knowing what they were both dealing with and what they were both feeling at the time, probably, man, it's chilling. It's absolutely chilling. I got, like I said, I got chills twice, and that doesn't happen very often. I'll get chills once, but getting them twice doesn't happen. Yeah, so this is why it's getting the 9.2. It was the voicings on this were beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And it let's be honest, I've been big on this in the past, and I'm going to say it again. Did it blow my mind? It did, because I was not expecting to get chills twice, and more than that, it invoked and evoked an emotional response from me. And I'm an empathic guy, don't get me wrong, but I don't break down and start crying at every single sad song. It has to touch me, and it has to hit me and impact me in a certain way, and this definitely did that. And that's why it's getting the 9.2, more than any other reason. Don't get me wrong, they did a fine job on the song. They did, but it was the emotional impact on me that brought it up to the 9.2 more than anything else. So, 9.2, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hopefully you'll enjoy the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you did enjoy the show and you would like to see more videos like this, feel free to join the fan base by clicking on that button down there. Yeah, you know the button I'm talking about. Click on that button, join the fan base, and become one of us. Now, for whatever reason, if you don't feel like clicking on that button, that's okay. I still respect you. Also, if you did enjoy the video, please feel free to give the video a thumbs up. It'll do me a world of good, and it will do you absolutely no harm whatsoever. Finally, if you do join the fan base, you will find a bell down there that you can click on. By clicking on that bell, it'll keep you up to date on everything happening with this channel, including when new content is dropped. So, if you want to stay in the know, click on the bell, and you'll stay in the know. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Until next time, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.